October 24th, 2016 meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee will now come to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Ansello? Here. Ms. Boyes is excused. Chairwoman DeFlorio?
Here.
Ms. Cayley? Here. Mr. Moyle? Here. President Daniele?
Here. Is there anyone signed up for the public forum?
There is not.
Is there anyone present who is not signed up to speak who would like to address the committee at this time? Seeing none, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. You have the August 22nd, 2016 minutes of the Planning and Economic Development Committee before you. They will stand approved unless the clerk is notified of any changes by the end of the day. Next item on the agenda is new business. Mr. Clerk.
Referral 16-0300.
Moved by Legislator Ansello, seconded by President Daniele. Is there any discussion? Legislator Ansello.
Yes. What are the benefits of being part of an agricultural district through the chair?
Through the chair, it provides some protection for the agricultural use on the parcel against neighbor complaints, as long as it's a legitimate agricultural use from neighbor complaints and things like that. It also provides some better access to technical support from the New York State Department of Ag and Markets. There's no direct financial benefit to the parcel owner.
Thank you.
Any further questions? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Next item, please.
Referral 16-0313. Authorize a non-recourse grant agreement with the Local Initiative Support Corporation for funding the
Moved by Legislator Ansello, seconded by President Daniele.
Thank you.
Is there any discussion? Yes, Legislator Ansello.
Yes, through the chair. Why is this being considered as a matter of importance?
The end of December, early January.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? We didn't get it. Can you repeat that?
The closing is scheduled for the end of December or early January.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Yes, Legislator.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Through to the administration, the closing that you referenced, is that the closing on the parcel of land or the closing on the grant?
On the grant. Oh, through the and land. For the entire project.
For the grant and the land?
Yes.
Through the chair, is the 2.9 million and change, is that the full purchase price?
Through the chair, this is more than the purchase price. Or I'm sorry, the purchase price is higher than the grant amount.
Okay. Thank you. Through the chair.
I'm sorry, can you please use your microphone?
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Through the chair to the administration, what is the full amount of the project cost?
Through the chair, the entire project amount is $14.5 million.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Through the chair to the administration, can you give me an idea of what the Local Initiative Support Corporation is? Is that something local? Is it something statewide? Through the chair, I did that at the beginning.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Through the chair, it's a fund set up for, it's a settlement fund for development.
Through the chair, if I can assist, it's a fund set up as a settlement between New York State and various investors for violations, and I'm not exactly sure what violations, but they paid in so that the money would be used for local projects on a local level, such as Heritage Gardens.
Okay, thank you. I have a further question, Madam Chairwoman, through you to the administration. I was looking at the breakdown of the 83 apartments, 71 are one bedroom and 12 are two bedroom. Is that a normal breakdown for assistive housing like this? It seems like a lot of one bedrooms, not to make an editorial comment.
Through the chair, the housing breakdown is based on the population being served. And in this case, it would be people, the target population are usually not married, and they are looking for one-bedroom type apartments. But each project is different based on the population it's serving.
Okay, thank you. And through the chair, what is the target population in this proposal?
Through the chair, clientele being served by Christian Heritage. Oh, I'm sorry, Heritage Christian. I keep saying it backwards. I apologize.
Thank you. Through the chair, is it possible to be more specific? Is it
Through the chair, people with developmental disabilities and different types of disabilities.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Any further questions? Yes.
Through you, Madam Chair, because this did come as a matter of importance, would you give us maybe just a little explanation on exactly what this project is, specifically the Heritage Gardens Workforce Supportive Housing Project? It's a multi-million-dollar project, of which this is a portion of it that qualified, from what we understand, for this grant. Perhaps you can give us a little more of a summary of what this project is and what the county's role in it is. Thank you.
Through the chair, originally the county was involved through its home loan, as we are in many of these types of projects, and our home loan was $300,000. When the developer and the owner were putting the project together, they realized they were eligible for LISC funds. LISC funds come through the state, and the state will not directly set up the grant arrangement. Because we have a relationship with the people of the New York State, they ask that we do it, we being the county. Their only choice would be the town or the county, and they would prefer it go through the county. Since our $300,000 is being leveraged to get this additional funding, it was the department decision that this was a good move on our part and no financial risk to the county.
Thank you. Yes, Legislator Moore.
Much for that. And through you, Madam Chairwoman, to the administration, the county's sole output from our coffers is $300,000. Is that correct? Is that what I'm understanding?
Through the chair, that's correct.
And through the chair, has that money already been allocated in the past?
Through the chair, that money has already been allocated and encumbered.
Thank you very much. Now I understand. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Legislator Kelly.
Oh, that's quite an angle there. Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to the administration. Is there programming involved in this particular project? Go ahead.
Through the chair, I'm not sure exactly what type of programming you mean. There will be services available to the people to live independently, but it's not programming like a sheltered workshop or like Heritage Christian's horse training program or anything like that. And so I don't think program, as you mean it, will be available. There will be services. There will be one apartment dedicated to an on-site staff person, but not program as far as learning life skills.
Thank you. And then through the administration, I get that. What would the maximum, do we know what the maximum capacity would be for the two-bedroom apartments?
Through the chair, we don't. We know the eligibility to move in, but it wouldn't be for a family situation or a multiple roommate situation. It's a controlled scenario. Through the chair, maybe I don't understand the question.
Well, no, you're answering it through the chair. In other words, this is not for families that include children. In other words, through the chair, this is not appropriate housing for families that have a child.
Through the chair, that is not the targeted population.
Thank you. Then when it refers to families, we're talking about, through the chair, not cohabitation, but married couples.
Through the chair, that's what we are expecting.
Thank you. And one more briefly, through the chair, would there be leases that are being signed in this particular situation, and how long would they be?
Through the chair, there are leases, and they are 1 year in duration.
And I'm sorry, one more question. On these leases, through the chair, is it standard in terms of housing, in terms of breaking a lease either by the housing itself or the individual?
Through the chair, they're standard leases. I'm not sure for breaking the lease, the individual tenants would have the same rights as anyone else under the law.
Thank you, but then again, the housing itself, through the chair, would have the same rights as any landlord would.
Through the chair, yes, the landlord would have rights under the lease.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Those opposed? Item carries. Are there any other matters to come before the committee? No, that's enough? Okay, there being no other matters, the October 24th, 2016 meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee stands adjourned. The next meeting of the Planning and Economic Development Committee will be held on Monday, November 28th, 2016 at 5:15.